Recently, I put out a video called The 5 Things That I Hate About This 992 Turbo. Some people thought I meant regret, but the fact of the matter is I only critique things that I care about. So today, I want to balance out the conversation just a little bit, because if I'm honest about what frustrates me about this car, then I owe you honesty in telling you exactly why I absolutely love this 992 Turbo. So today, 5 things that I love about this 992 Turbo, right after the intro. Okay guys, I'm an owner, not a fanboy, so this is definitely not going to be a spec sheet review, and it's not going to be a hype session. This is all about how I feel when I open the door and turn the knob to start this car. So if I'm honest, it's the looks. I mean, I'm a guy, it's always about the looks, right? But when I talk about this 992 Turbo, I absolutely love the looks, the shape, the silhouette, the curves, the contours of this car. Nothing is overstated on this car. I love the subtleties of this car, that when you put them all together, you just have a car that has enormous presence. But there's nothing on this car that says, hey, look at me, I need attention. You don't see that with this 992 Turbo. But at the same time, when you pull up to the spot, all the heads turn, everybody looks. It's almost like I'm making a statement, but I'm not making noise. And I absolutely love that about this car. Yeah, that right there, that feel. Every time I get in the car, put the seatbelt on, turn the ignition and start this car, it takes me back to falling in love again. Now hear me out. I remember the first time I got into a 911 and cranked it up and felt the rumble of that motor in the back. That's something that I absolutely love. It's more than just the car. It's more of the sense of accomplishment that comes with the car. And I gotta be honest, that never gets old. It never ever wears off. Okay guys, so the next thing is gotta be the engineering and just the quality that is demonstrated in this car. Everything that you see in this car looks like a lot of time and effort and thought was put into it. I mean, the stitching, the deviated stitching on the door panels of the upholstery, everything is straight and precise. You don't see any zigs or zags in the patterns. When you look at how the leather on the dash is formed, how the carbon fiber panels just kind of butt up against the plastic or the other leather panels. It's just something that you look at and you say, wow, a lot of time has gone into placing these panels in a particular order so that it makes sense, and it just gives you a look of elegance. Now, I know for some that's going to seem like it's hypocritical, considering on the last video I was ranting, raving, moaning and groaning about the squeaks and rattles that I hear from time to time in this car. And yes, I stand on that. A car of this caliber should not have the amount of squeaks and rattles that you experience from time to time. But that being said, this car is probably one of the best demonstrations of quality engineering that you're going to see, just from the visual aspect and the operator aspect. So I got to preface this next point by saying that I've never had a car that could even loosely be considered a garage queen. Now, what I mean is, I drive all my cars and I try and drive them the way they were designed to be driven. I take long trips, 8-9 hour extended trips. It's nothing for me to put a road trip with 1,500 miles round trip on it. Don't care about putting mileage on cars. I quite frankly, I hadn't met a car that I respected enough to worry about the mileage. So I say that to say this: the Porsche brand, or even more specifically this 992 Turbo, is really over-engineered, or, you know, for a lack of a better description, I call it bulletproof. You can drive this car hard. You can do a bunch of stop and go like you're driving it as a daily driver. You can take it on a track. You can launch control this car over and over and over again. And when you get out of it and get back in and turn the ignition, you don't have to be braced up to see if there's going to be a check engine light. Now, I mean, you just to relatively speaking, there are a bunch of other cars that you can pay $20, $30, $50, $100,000 more for, that you are absolutely petrified after a hard drive of what's going to happen when you turn that car back on. You just know that it's going to be a yellow or a red triangle on that dashboard. So you want to tiptoe driving it. You may drive it in spurts, but when you get back off that drive to the Cars and Coffee or that rally that you did with your homeboys, you absolutely are petrified at what's going to be waiting for you when you try and restart that car. And, you know, I'm not going to name any names, but you guys know some of the brands that I'm talking about. But Porsche, this 992, knock on leather, I've never had a durability issue with the car, you know, outside of speakers, a couple of squeaks and rattles. But anyway, that's the other video. But durability is something that I absolutely love about this car. So wow, there's so many things. What could the last thing possibly be that I love about this 992? I wonder. That right there, that's what I love about this car. The performance. This car will give it to you all day long, and it never gets old. I absolutely love it. You step on that accelerator, and she takes off. She takes off. I absolutely love it. I mean, what's not to love about that brisk acceleration? Just, you know, got a little squirrely on me, but I absolutely love it. And there goes the guy. But hey, how can you not love it? That performance is absolutely reliable. It's amazing, and it's recognizable. So here's what I mean about the Porsche performance is recognizable. I'm a 50-plus-year-old guy. I'm not going to be out drag racing anybody from red light to red light for any type of ego rush. I mean, the payoff, outrunning somebody, the payoff is just not big enough for me. But I say that to say this. I can't tell you how many times somebody in a Hellcat or a Camaro or a C8 or any other level Corvette just gonna pull up next to you and just rev their motor. Just rev their motor like they're challenging somebody. So you're pulling up next to me, making a bunch of noise, trying to get my attention. And for me, you know, I just smile or smirk a little bit. But for that driver, that owner, it's almost like a badge of honor for them to say, hey, I'm going to prove to him that either I can beat him or I can race him, and I'm like, you know what? And all of that goes back to the performance that this car is known for. Not just by the owners, but the people that would love to be owners. So guys, listen, I want to thank you for joining us on the Wastegate today. It's been a great opportunity to bring this content to you, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. So please, if you enjoyed this video, take a moment, share it with somebody, like it, leave me a comment. But most of all, I want you to subscribe, because your attention, your subscription actually helps my platform grow. Now, over the last couple of months, I've gone from 0 to pretty close to 1,000 subscribers, and that only happens because of you. So please press subscribe. Doesn't hurt you, but it helps the channel grow and helps me bring more content like this to you and other people like you. So look, I can't wait to see you on the next video. Until then.